Well, Public Schools Week is all about bringing together school leaders, educators, parents, and community leaders to recognize the importance of our nation's public schools. Now, this comes as a number of education bills have been introduced at our state capitol, some of them controversial. So joining me live in studio, yes, in studio, State Superintendent Joy Hoffmeister. So good to have you back in here.
It is so good to be with you in person, Jason.
Yeah, as opposed to Zoom. You know, we've been getting tired of that Zoom thing, so good to have you in person. Let's dive right in here. During this Public Schools Week, just wanted to get a larger overall picture on the state of public education here in Oklahoma.
Well, you know, first I want to say that it is Public School Week, and I want to say thank you to all of the parents that came to the Capitol yesterday and who have plans to be there today. I know as a mom of four, a lot of kids are in school and parents are sacrificing to leave their jobs to come and advocate. So parents are doing that because there is still great need. And actually, that's kind of sad to me that we have to take off work as parents and come to the Capitol to say, please fund our public schools and ensure that our kids have what they need, which is a caring, committed, well-resourced teacher and the supports that they need, like reading specialists, a behavioral specialist, school psychologists, and school counselors.
As we look at over the last couple of years, this pandemic obviously has impacted the way we do things. How has the pandemic changed the way that we look at education here in Oklahoma and across the country?
I think it's changed in the very fact that parents are more engaged, and that is a great thing. We have been working to create engaged communities and create a greater opportunity with flexibility for parents to be more involved. What our parents are telling us is that they're angry. They're angry that their kids do not have the resources they need and that they want change. They don't want to see public education eroded.
So the big talk over the last few weeks is this Oklahoma Empowerment Act. It was proposed by Senator Greg Treat, would give parents an education savings account to pay for private school or homeschooling. Your thoughts on that bill?
Well, a voucher bill or the governor's voucher scheme is going to do nothing to increase the resources our children need in public schools. It does nothing to add a single dollar to help pay for teacher pay raises or to provide the kind of resources and supports and people that are needed to be added to a well-rounded education. In fact, it does just the opposite. It takes money away from the 90% of Oklahoma kids. 700,000 Oklahoma school children in schools would be depleted of resources, and that's just not good for Oklahoma, and it's certainly not good for kids.
I saw the governor say on Fox News the other day, who's kind of pushing back on the opposition here, saying that this bill is all about funding students and not systems. Do you agree? Which one should take priority in your opinion?
We should fund students. Our Constitution in Oklahoma says that we are to provide, and the legislature is to establish and maintain a system of free public education for children. So we would say fund classrooms, not corporations, because that's what happens with a voucher scheme. The governor has proposed off-the-top funding for an education management company out of the Office of the Treasury to siphon away dollars just to implement hundreds of thousands of voucher plans. We have been there before. That is the EPIC model on steroids. It is not good for public school students, and that is what I'm here to fight for.
For those who support the Empowerment Act, the other lawmakers out there, they say it's about parents having more control when it comes to their tax dollars or child's education. You mentioned parents getting more involved here, and many parents feel like they're being left out of the conversations. Do you think that parents should have even more control when it comes to their education?
Parents should absolutely have more control. What we see with these special interest group initiatives are taking away the options and choices for parents where 90% of our kids attend in Oklahoma public schools. Our parents have been saying they want our class sizes to be smaller. They want to see a full resourced curriculum and paraprofessionals, aides, special education teachers, the need for all of these resources to really work on the closing of instructional gaps that our children endured because of the pandemic. We have so much work to do. We cannot take our foot off the gas, and our parents are saying this is a priority for them and this is their choice.
One more question on this bill, because it was caused so much conversation. McCall says he won't allow the bill to be heard in the chamber. Is this the end of it, or do you think this is something that's going to continue to to be a conversation as we go forward?
National special interest groups are at work. They will not let their foot off the gas, as they are public school haters. This is really about not working in a way that dismantles public schools. We know that Oklahoma rural communities, they understand a voucher is a rural school killer. You take away that public school and you have really dismantled rural communities. But more importantly, this is about ensuring our kids in Oklahoma public schools have a well-rounded education, one that includes the arts, that includes top-level STEM instruction. Math and reading should be our focus. We really should not allow special interest groups to take over the narrative of making sure that we have invested strategically in the resources it needs for our kids to be winners in a rapidly changing economy.
So about 330-something bills at this legislative session. Are there any that you have your eye on in particular?
We have our eye on about 1,000 bills, believe it or not. Every year the legislature is focused on education. There are some directly related and some that are indirectly related. We are going to say no to those bills that would harm long term. I think that when we look at what it takes to make Oklahoma's economy thrive, it starts with a foundation of a world-class education. We are 49th in funding for education. We cannot afford to divide those resources even further and take away those opportunities for students. When students are winners and well prepared for their next steps in learning, the community flourishes, and certainly then our economy.
A lot of talk about six-figure salaries for teachers. Is that a realistic goal? Is that something that can be achieved? Because the conversation for a long time is getting teachers more pay, having them compensated for what they do. Is that something we can achieve here?
We should have our teachers paid, and they should be paid in a very competitive professional wage. We are all for that, but show me the money. The governor proposed a $100,000 teacher pay raise for some teachers, but had absolutely no money in his education budget. It was flat. We have greater needs. We do not need a flat budget. We need to have the resources that our students need, and it starts with a teacher for every classroom.
All right, State Superintendent Joy Hoffmeister, good to see you live and in person
Thank you.
in the studio once again. We appreciate your time.
Great to be here.
Thank you so much.